Hey guys, just a real quick thing before we start the video. I'm changing Tuesday Talks to just Talks because me having uploaded on Tuesday just been causing me too much stress. So, just thought I should tell you guys that before I change it, and let's get right into the actual video. Urge class entitled parents. We all know what it is. We all love it. I think. If you don't know what it is, what the hell have you been doing? But anyways, guys, we're just going to be reading you guys a couple stories out of it. Reading, basically anything to do with brain doesn't work too well for me, so this should be interesting. Also, earlier today, when I was changing out of my hockey gear, because I have hockey, the men's league beside us, they were smoking some wild bonds, so I feel a bit lightheaded, because you could smell it pretty good, so I'm like partially high, so this should be interesting. Anyways, the first story is titled, EM locks me out of changing room and later shoves me to the ground and runs away. I think most of these are fake just to get karma, but whatever, we're gonna read it. Okay, here we go. This is my first encounter with an EM, and it happened a few months ago. EM is entitled Mother, in case you didn't realize that. I'd gone home from college for a while since I was terribly homesick, and my parents wanted me to visit, and my mother decided to take me shopping that day. So here I was at a clothing store shopping, and after spending a while picking out things to try, I had some clothes with me and headed to the changing rooms. There was a bit of a queue, but I didn't mind it and waited patiently for my turn. Enter EM and her EK, entitled kid, who disregarded me and the two girls waiting in line behind me and walked past to stand in front of one of the rooms. All of us immediately protested, and my mom loudly told her that there's a line that she should wait with the rest of us. EM's kid looked about to be my age, I'm 19, and she ignored us while mother said, "Oh, you can wait another 10 minutes. I've been on my feet all day." Yes, I know I can't do woman's voice, 'cause puberty and stuff. My mother hates people who cut in line with a passion, so began to chew EM out, telling her to be a decent human and being and wait in line like a normal person, but EM refused to budge. The two girls behind me began to sternly ask her to go back, but she just ignored us. The employee nearby told her that she had to wait in line and should be allowed to try on the clothes, and that it was inappropriate for her to do this. See what I told you about me not being good to read? The enraged EM, who shrieked in the morning, saying, "How dare you talk to me with such disrespect? You're an employee. Mind your own business." The employee looked irritated, but she persisted and told her that if she didn't stand in line, she would be forcibly removed from the store. Throughout this time, EK stood behind her mother, glaring at all of us. EM huffed when she realized we were not going to take her BS and went to stand in the back of the line. We thought this was the end of it, but no, EM had other plans. When it was my turn, I went in and put on some of the clothes and opened the door to come out and show it to my mom, who was talking on her phone and facing away from me. I walked a few steps towards to tap her on the shoulder to get her attention, when I see EM and EK rush past and get into the room I had been changing in. They got in and locked the door, leaving me outside. Just real quick, why are they changing together? That's kind of gross. Is this from Alabama? I don't know. I immediately began knocking on the door, telling her my clothes were still in there and I wasn't done. She had to come out. EM yelled us to fuck off, and my mother, who realized what was happening, went to find an employee. I continued knocking. Oh god, I lost my spot. Freaking men's league people. One sec. Yep, found it. I continued knocking. I was worried because my wallet and my phone were in there and didn't want EM to steal them. All the other people in line found what the hell? Use some tiny words. I'm small brain. Incredible. Annoying. That's one I know. That EM was being so insufferable, and only in a few minutes when an employee came. That doesn't make sense. And only when an employee came with his security guard, the EM come out. She looked furious and began to scream at me, saying, "Can't you wait a few minutes? How could you be so disrespectful? We need to use the room too." I told her that she had no right to barge into the room where my belongings were still in there. Thankfully, she didn't steal anything. But she seemed to oh my god. But this seemed to enrage her more. EK walked off in anger, and EM screamed at me again. "Because of you, my daughter didn't get to try her clothes. You're a brat and should stay in your place." I told her that she had no right to... Oh, no, I already read that. Before I could answer, she walked towards and shoved me hard, and I lost my balance and fell. I wasn't hurt, but this was the last straw for my mom, who pushed their woman back and started yelling at her to fuck off. My woman spat at my mom but missed, and then walked out of the store before anything could stop her. It took my mom a few hours before she calmed down, but thankfully we never saw EM again. I told you guys I wasn't good at reading, and the first comment's deleted. Wonder what the hell happened there. Okay, interesting. Okay, we're gonna do one, maybe two more, so let's see what else we got here. I'm just gonna scroll down right. I really didn't prepare for this. Let's see here. My kid has an ass rash, and you're net immediately. I don't know. And it was ass with like the money signs, so this should be interesting. Okay, oops, I clicked on, oh my god, I clicked on their username. Okay, let's just go to stop kissing. Oh, wait, no, one of them had Karen. I'm going to Karen. Karen tries to get me fired over free pickles. Pickles? I hate pickles. I'm sorry, I don't like pickles. Anyways, oh god, this one's big. Fine, well, I'll do it for the boys. Like the video for me being bad at reading. A quick shout out to the table of elderly... No, I can't do it. There's already big words. I can't do it, I'm sorry. Poop sticks. It said poop. How big is this one? Yeah, this one should work. Okay. This happened in the mid-90s. I'm sure if a stunt like this were tried today, the perpetrator would be arrested for biological warfare. The hell? Okay. One really beautiful October weekday, my sister had to come over to visit. We decided to enjoy the day and walk down to the school bus to stop to get my two boys. My sister didn't do this very often, so we were glad to see her there. While standing with my older son and waiting for the younger one to get off the bus, a little kid was probably only about 7 ran up to my son and started kicking him the shit as hard as he could. This happened so fast that we couldn't react. My son, who was about 12 at the time, simply yelled, "Ow!" and got out of the kid's way. The kid then ran over to an older girl and started doing the same thing to her. My sister and I were standing right there, and we didn't know how this kid got away with it with the adults present. But then at 12, my son was taller than both of us. Maybe the kid didn't notice we were adults because we were both kind of short. I asked my son, "What was that all about?" My son told me that this kid does this all the time to everyone and was really annoying. I noticed my sister was looking around and found a leaf stem on the ground. It was maybe about 7 inches long. She called the kicking kid to make sure he saw her, and then stuck the stem into a convenient pile of doggy poop. Really, people, clean up after your dogs. And then she proceeded to chase the kicking kid down a road with the poop stick, shouting that she was going to wipe it on his shirt. She didn't chase him all that far. I mean, she was in her 40s, and at the time, chasing a 7-year-old kid is kind of hard to do. We then walked my boys home while they laughed at what their aunt had done. About 2 hours later, someone knocked heavily on my door. I had forgotten all about the poop stick episode and thought someone in the neighborhood was hurt and in trouble. I rushed to the door and got face-to-face with a woman I've never seen before in my life. She was pissed. "My neighbor told me who you are and where you live. Did you chase my son while threatening him with a stick?" Uh-oh. My sister, who had walked up behind me, told her that it was not she, nor that had indeed done that. The woman then focused her ire. What's an ire? What the hell is an ire? Small words, people, come on. When you're on Reddit, please, for my sake, use smaller words. Anyways, continuing. The woman then focused her ire on my sister. "Why would you try to hit a small child with a large stick?" Oh, I need to do my high voice. "Why would you try to hit a small child with a large stick? I knew I should have gotten the police." Then it finally occurred to me that this little brat had told the EM my sister tried to attack him. Well, that was a weird way of saying things. Anyways. Blah, blah, blah. I wasn't trying to hit him. I was trying to wipe dog poop on him. It was a large stick or a leaf stem. It wasn't a large stick. It was a leaf stem. Who's like? So like, oh, I wasn't trying to hit him. I was just trying to wipe actual shit on him. Okay, whatever. Moving on. My sister explained. EM blinked a few times. He tried to digest the information. Wait, what? EM stammered. My sister then told her what her son had been doing and what she had done. Through his explanation, the EM had visibly gotten angrier and angrier, so when my sister finished the story, the EM started shouting again. Wow, didn't this woman care that her kid was kicking people? While this EM was still shouting, my sister walked off the porch, and then she looked around. She found a leaf stem. My sister then held it up to show the EM and started walking towards my side, where the dogs always did their business. "What the hell are you doing?" "I'm going to stab some dog poop with this, and I'm going to wipe it on your blouse," my sister said to her. She didn't say this in a mean way at all. In fact, she said it in a very cheerful tone of voice. I'm like a time machine person or something. So that's how I said it. The EM actually shrieked as she ran for her car. She turned to shout at my sister, telling her that she was insane. She was opening her car door. As she was opening her car door, but it seemed that my sister had found what she was looking for, because she bent down to poke at the ground with the leaf stem. The EM hurriedly jumped in the car and zoomed off. Honestly, I expected the police to show up later, but instead, EM went to my husband's shop and told on me and my sister. My hubby told the EM I don't know why I said that. My habit, I told the EM that he would ask us to tone it down and promise to make, with quotation marks, us behave in a more mature manner. I guess she gave him a real full ear. Poor man. Still, he was asked to please not chase him with the dog poop again. I guess I was guilty by association. My sister fought bullshit with the dog poop twice. The dog poop won both times. I have no idea what that means. Anyways, I'm going to find us another story, and then I will read that to you. So I'll be back in 1 second. Alright, boys, I found us another story, and this one is got a Karen, so it's going to be good. This is the last story of the day, so make sure you stay for this one. Alright, here we go. It's called Racist EM Has Apparently Never Heard of a Tourist. I Get My Sweet Revenge at the End. Sounds snazzy. Okay. First of all, as you will see from the story, English is not my first language. However, I'm always open to learning. This is actually my friend's story. Okay, on to the story. Here we go. Once upon a time, in some point in the past, I met a Karen in a natural habitat when I joined my husband on the business trip to a small town somewhere in Middle Africa. I'm talking way too fast. Let's slow down. It was late afternoon and decided to wait for him at a local dinner. I think it's supposed to be diner. Slash cafe slash informal restaurant. Sorry, I don't know the correct term, but you get the idea. So, a restaurant. Okay. Enter Karen and her angel. Oh god. They hardly glanced at me and sat at the table next to mine. My phone rings. It was my mom, who immediately puts my then 11-month-old daughter on the phone. I got very excited because it was the first time that I was away from her, and I really missed her. As any mother will tell you, it is tough the first time you leave your child behind, so immediately started talking to my daughter in my native language and whatnot. I was embarrassed to say I was high-pitched in a loud voice. Hi, baby! Perfect. Now Karen gets up, stands beside me, and gives an annoying ahem. I immediately realized that my behavior was... fuck is the Karen's... Karen's... It's like a Karen. Talking like that in public, so I immediately say a quick goodbye, hang up, and get ready to apologize to her. To this point, I am fully aware that the Karen in the situation, and not her, but she had other ideas. That I was the Karen in the situation, sorry. Her next words were... oh my god, I can't read today, man. I am high, actually. Her next words were the cry echoed so many times in stories from people who do not have a racist bone in their body, with something like this. Excuse me, this is America, and in America we speak English. I'm aware this is America, but I'm not from here. You're in America, and you still have to speak English. By the way, the Karen is the one with the accent for some reason, not the black lady. I'm sorry, but I don't. If you went to France, would you expect me to speak French? Of course not. I am American. Then why would I be required to speak English here? I already told you I'm not from here, and I don't live here. And even if I did, I could still speak any language I want. At the point, the manager, comes over. Is there a problem here? Call the FBI. OP, just admit it. What's OP? OP, just admit it that she's in this country illegally. She really said FBI. Am I sorry, what? I just told her that I was not from here and I don't live in the USA. Manager looks from Karen to me. Now, I really didn't want any trouble, so I pulled out my passport to show my passport. Okay, sure, right, I like that. In my USA tourist visa. Sorry, ma'am. Please stop bothering OP, or else I have to ask you to leave. Karen huffs. Whenever I say huff, I just make a huffing noise. Karen huffs, but returns to her table and gives me horrible looks. I was super uncomfortable, so I decided to leave and ask for the check. That is when I get the brilliant idea. I called the waiter over and ordered the biggest sugar-filled dessert they had and sent it to her table for her kid, around 5 to 6, as well as Karen's bill. It was about $20, so not that big of a deal. As soon as the $20 seems like kind of a big deal to me. I don't know. I am 13 though, so I don't know. As soon as the dessert arrives and the waiter tells her this from me, and I paid her bill, she just gasped at me or something. Her jaw on the floor. I get up, smile, and simply say, enjoy, and walk out. Good luck getting that kid to sleep after all that sugar. Ooh, absolutely killed him, OP. Good job. That Karen's kid is gonna be absolutely wasted tonight, and she's not gonna know what the hell to do. Good job. Anyways, guys, I think that's going to be about the end of the video. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe. Hey, don't go anywhere. I'm not done. Okay? Everyone's probably gone, because no one gives a shit about me anyways. But, anyways, guys, if you did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you haven't yet, what I just said subscribe. Ah, fuck it, just go away.